The Truman Show and The Matrix are not movies, they're documentaries, disclosing to you the true condition of your current state. They hid the exit inside of a movie. They knew you'd watch it, they knew you'd laugh, they knew you'd forget. They were almost right. What if the life that you're exhausted by right now, the one that sometimes feels like a trap, was a game you designed, a simulation you agreed to enter with full knowledge that you would forget every single detail? And what if in 1998 Hollywood accidentally released the rulebook, not a movie, a map, and buried inside it is the location of the exit door that you hid from yourself? The Truman Show wasn't a film, it was a warning. Dressed as entertainment, and they buried it in plain sight. All is inverted in the Matrix game of life. Movies are portraying reality, and the fake news is propaganda setting the stage. The ones running this simulation have a sense of humor, but so do you. And that is exactly why you're here. Let's go back to the beginning, not Truman's beginning, yours. Before the body, before the name, before the family that handed you a script you didn't write, there was a version of you, vast, unbounded, sovereign, who made a decision. I want to feel what it is like to forget that I am God. And so the simulation began, and you built it perfectly. You designed every limitation, every fear that would make you feel small, every relationship that would mirror your shadows back at you, every door that seemed sealed shut. You locked yourself, because the game only works if the player believes the walls are real. Truman built Sea Haven too. He didn't know it, but his belief in its edges was the architecture holding the dome in place. And here's the cosmic Joker move that will rearrange something in you. Sea Haven was perfect, comfortable, loving. The simulation doesn't hold you with chains. It holds you with comfort, with the warm illusion that this, right here, is all that there is. Most people watch this film and call Christoph the villain, the demiurge, the archon, the controller, and they are not wrong, but they are not seeing the whole board. Because in the ancient tradition, the demiurge is not an external enemy. The demiurge is the conditioned mind. It is every belief you absorbed before you had the language to question it. Every "you can't do that," every "that's not realistic," every whispered fear that entered your nervous system before you even knew you had one. Christoph broadcasts 24 hours a day, and here is the most terrifying disclosure in this entire film. Truman loved Christoph. He trusted the world Christoph built for him. He called it home. How many of your prisons have you been calling home? Now, pay close attention, because this is where the film stops being art and starts being instruction. In the very first scene, a light falls from the sky, and the label on that light is one word: Sirius, the brightest star visible to the naked eye, the star the ancient Egyptians watched for 365 days a year, because its rising announced a new cycle. The star that represented in every mystery school on Earth, awakening. The filmmakers labeled the first glitch in Truman's simulation with the star that means it's time to wake up. That was not an accident. And then the pillars. Every single morning, Truman walks between the two stone columns, Boaz and Yakin. The twin pillars that stand at the threshold of Solomon's temple in every mystery tradition on Earth. They mark the exact boundary between the world you know and the initiation you came here to complete. Truman walks through them every day and never stops to ask, why are there temple pillars at my office? Are you walking through your pillars without asking that question? And now, the piece that mainstream film critics never found, the piece that changes everything. You didn't enter the simulation to suffer. You didn't sign the contract to be punished. You came here to remember how to exit. That was always the game, not survival. It was remembering. And the Truman Show encoded the exact exit mechanism into the final act, hiding it in plain sight. Truman did not fight this stuff. He did not dismantle the dome from the outside. He did not wait for rescue. He assumed a reality beyond the wall before he could see it, before the storm stopped, before the fear left his body, before a single piece of evidence said, the other side exists. He sailed directly into the thing that designed to break him, because something deeper than logic, something pre-installed before the simulation began, knew the door was there. Neville Goddard spent his entire life teaching one principle: assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled before the evidence arrives. The simulation always bends to the consciousness that assumes the new reality first. Truman didn't find freedom, he assumed it into existence, and the wall of the dome cracked open. The exit door was never locked from the outside. It was never locked at all. You are the only one who believed it was sealed. And then the universe places a confirmation code inside the actor himself. After filming The Truman Show, Jim Carrey changed. He began saying things in public that made journalists uncomfortable, that the self is an illusion, that the I is a character being performed, not a truth being lived, that reality is a dream and the dreamer can rewrite it. He said, and I need you to hear this exactly, there is no Jim Carrey. There is just this form doing what it does. The man who played Truman found Truman's exit door in real life, and the simulation responded right on schedule by calling him unstable, by calling him a cautionary tale, by warning everyone else, don't go where he went. You already know what that's called. It's called a firewall. The Truman Show ends not with an escape, it ends with a remembering. Truman does not run through the door, he stands at it. He breathes, he looks directly into the lens, into your eyes, and he says, in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. That line was written into your pre-incarnation contract as a goodbye. To the version of you who believed the dome was all there was, you are not a victim of this simulation, you are its author. You signed the agreement, you designed the maze, you hid the exit. Inside the last place your conditioned mind would ever look, inside the assumption that you are already free. Before the wall comes down, the door is not ahead of you. It is inside the moment you stop waiting for permission to walk through it. If something in this video didn't feel like new information, but a contract being remembered, drop the word exit in the comments below. You just confirmed your coordinates, and if you're ready to go deeper into the glitch, into the game you actually signed up for, subscribe because the next level has already been unlocked. Thank you, and gratitude, joy, health, abundance, and prosperity to you.